Hey YouTube, Paul is here once again. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna go and do one of those things called an FAQ. These are questions I always get asked, or at least regularly enough I've been asked them to justify doing a video on it, right? So let's begin. What's my current gear list? This is always a question I get, like whether it's like from a video that's from 5 years ago or a video from last week. So currently I have a whole bunch of guitars. I have an ESP Horizon FR2. I have a Jackson, I think it's a DK2, it's a Japanese made Jackson with DiMarzios in it. It's really, really sick. It's also got one of those Jackson Floydy boys. Let's see, I have 4 Erisa guitars of numerous varieties basically here. I have an 010, which is like an old school Erisa they don't make anymore. I have an 060 with Lundgren pickups. I have an 070 with bare knuckle pickups. That's like a 26.5-inch scale Red Boy. I have an 080S, which is a multi-scale 8-string guitar, and I'm getting a 060 Raw soon, and you guys will see that on this channel a lot. I also have an Ibanez acoustic 7-string, which I haven't really featured before on this channel, and I have my first acoustic ever as well. So quite a lot of guitars. I have an Axe FX2 Mark II. I have a Rev Generator 100P. I have a whole lot of pedals. I have an Anxious Echo from Abominable Effects as well as a Hail Satan from them. I have like every Fortin pedal other than the Spliff right now. I don't own the Grind, but I'm borrowing it still. So that means I have the 33, the Zool, the Fuzz, the Roach, the fun stuff. I also have a Erisa Effects Savage Drive from like many years ago. I have a Zakk Wylde overdrive. I have an old Dunlop Crybaby wah. I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something. I have a bunch of pedals basically. I have a really old Noise Gate Boss NS2, which like I used live like literally 8 years ago. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I have of course a hell of a lot of cables. But yeah, my gear list is pretty massive. I mean, if you start to get into plugins and stuff on Logic, it's like ridiculous, right? Like the amount of stuff that I've been able to accumulate over the years. I use basically all of it, or I try to. So yeah, I'm also technically borrowing an Ibanez bass. I don't know what model it is. Let me pull it out for you guys. So yeah, this is a beautiful Ibanez bass. Sound Gear, I don't know what the hell the name is, SR805, I don't know. It's wicked with Bartolini pickups. It's a really great bass. My buddy Jeremy loaned to me for some Voidstar stuff I'm working on, and it's beautiful. Like the neck is really gorgeous, the booty is gorgeous. I like this bass a lot. I might have to pick up an 050 from Aristidis, but anyway, to move on. That's pretty much the gear list. It's a lot of gear, and I use as much of it as I possibly can. I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't know. I have a guitar stool. Anyway, now this is a really crappy question. How do I afford my gear? I have been saving and stockpiling and getting my gear for the better part of a decade. So I actually don't think I have very much, so much as I've been able to collect a lot, and I've gotten deals on things, and I've sold things, traded things, done stuff like that, you know? And that's how I've been able to accumulate all this different stuff. The biggest piece of gear I bought at the beginning of my musical career, professionally speaking, was probably my Axe FX2, because it allowed me to go anywhere in the world, and I'll always be able to access those amp sounds. And I got really good at mixing because of that entire unit. So that was like a big stepping stone. But I basically teach my ass off, and I work on music, and I work on YouTube videos, of course, and Patreon and all that stuff. So basically I've made it a career as much as I possibly can, on top of doing photography for Aristides for the year I was in the Netherlands. So that's how I've afforded it. It's just been like 14 years of playing guitar. Basically, I think I'm hitting 14 or 15 years this March, something like that. It's kind of crazy that the time has flown so much. But yeah, that's how I've been able to collect it all. Just saving, swapping. I mean, how many guitars have I gone through in my life? I couldn't tell you, really, because I feel like I would forget at least one important one. But at least there's pictures of those old tours I was on, right? Anyway, moving on. When is more music coming out? A lot of people were pissed off when I released Tartarus. They're like, it's too short. It's good. The songs are nice. Why is it so short? And I always was like, well, when it's ready. I gave the old Blizzard Entertainment answer when Blizzard was a good company. I was all, yeah, when it's ready, it'll be out. So for Voidstar, there's technically 8 different release kind of concepts, and I'm working on like 3 right now. One of the, these are tentative titles, but one of them is going to be called Death Magic, another one's Triumvirate, and another one is Ocean of Ohms, which is going to be a little bit more of like an amalgamation of different styles, that last one. The other 2 are very conceptual. So when it's ready to come out, it will come out. I'm hoping for 2 releases this year. We'll see what happens, right? Is Paul Oz your real name? This is a really great question. I've been asked like numerous times because people are like, Oz, that can't be. And no, it's not my real name. It's been a chosen name for the internet so that it's easy to type in on YouTube basically, because my last name is this crazy Eastern European name spelled in a French kind of a spelling, supposed to be pronounced in English. So I was like, you know what? Let's simplify this, shorten it down. And so I'm Paul Oz. That's it. I've been Paul Oz for the better part of 10 years on the internet. So it's not the real name, but it works, right? And finally, this last question is a funny question I also get asked a lot of, and like, it's a lot of. It's really repetitive for me to explain this every single time. So, what are Erisa T's guitars made out of? Arium. It is a composite material made out of like, I don't know, glass and stuff. You can go onto their website. Actually, wait, hold on. So, according to the website, it's an exoskeleton of different top coats of multiple layers of glass fiber and carbon, which are inserted into like a hollow thing. And man, just go to the website. Why are you asking me? I basically just tell people it's a proprietary material that they developed a long ass time ago for a long time. And that's it basically, and that it resonates better than wooden guitars, and that's why I have 4 of them and a 5th one on the way, because they just sound better than wooden guitars. They resonate better. Every pickup that goes into an Erisa T is going to change the tone in a way that's satisfying. I've never played an Erisa T that really sucked before, and like I'm pretty against certain pickup companies because I just never got along with any of their pickups, not to drop any specific names, but like even those pickups in an Erisa T I still get along with, which is really impressive to me. So anyway, that's it for this FAQ. If you want to ask me some questions, this is the moment to ask them in the comments box below. Oh, I'm really sore. Hit the gym once every year. Oh, and get really sore. Woo! Yeah, so if you have any questions for me, hit them up in the comment box below, and I will do this as often as there are questions. For now, this is it. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out my Patreon page if you want to hear some music demos of Voidstar stuff. I'm posting there fairly regularly, and it's cheap enough. So like, if you want to support me, that's actually a really direct way to do it. And yeah, that's all folks. Cheers. I've been Paul Oz. Bye.